Salutations, and thank you all for tuning in for another round of the Daily Soul Suggestion. Today is Monday, March 16th, 2020, and I'm not shuffling my cards this morning because I'm not going to pull cards on camera. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know that I do a daily mini reading on Instagram as well. And I did my reading this morning for Instagram, and the energy that I pulled was really good to discuss what's going on right now in the world with the coronavirus and in general in our communities. So I didn't want to pull a separate message here this morning on YouTube. I wanted to talk about the energy that I pulled more in depth, because when I post on Instagram, since everybody has to read, I just kind of give a general overview of the cards. So I wanted to talk more in depth about these cards and how they relate to what's going on right now for the collective, since this is also a very a little more in-depth general energy reading. So the first two cards that I pulled were from the Sacred Oracle deck, and it was Alchemy and Heat. And if you look at these cards at face value and what they were saying, it's really about us being able to alchemize anything in our life that we want. And in order to do so, sometimes we have to apply a little pressure. We have to shake things up. We have to make change. Well, on a global scale, I would say there is a lot of alchemy happening, and there are a lot of changes taking place, and a lot of those changes are out of our control. On a smaller scale, on a more personal level, I would say that now is a perfect time to harness this energy of change to really begin alchemizing your own life in a way that would serve you better. So when I clarified those two cards using the Light Seers deck, we had the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Devil. And what this is really talking about is new seeds being planted, new ventures, new things coming into your reality. Well, I would say that because there are a lot of things changing right now that are really out of your control, this is happening regardless. So the idea here is that this is happening, but there is a way for you to harness this energy. There is a way for you to use this change to create something positive for yourself and for those around you, right? So what are the things that you've wanted to start? What are the things that you want in your life? Maybe there's some projects that you've always thought about doing, but you haven't really had the time to start it. Maybe there's some things that you've wanted to give to your family, but you haven't had time. So using this time of pause to really think about what those new things are for you, and moving toward that and focusing on that while you have this time. And really also thinking about how you can plant the seeds for your future in new ways. And maybe sometimes we don't have time to think about how we want our lives to be because we're so caught up in the day-to-day, and it's really easy to get stuck in that. And so thinking about, if it's not necessarily a new job or a new direction, really thinking about the ways that you can make positive changes in your life, as far as like maybe it's your eating habits, maybe it's exercising, maybe it's how you take care of yourself, because there really are lots of ways that we can use our energy to heal ourselves and take care of ourselves if we're applying it in a good way. So really, whatever this new idea beginning could be for you that is coming because of these changes. And then we have the King of Swords energy in reverse. And this is all about, when the King of Swords is in reverse, it's all about overthinking, over-controlling, manipulating. And I feel like that is some of the energy of what's happening to us right now that is out of our control, right? We're being manipulated by information. We're overthinking. We're afraid. And this is really cautionary to us that you have the power to control your own thoughts, and your own thoughts create your own energy. So now is not a time to get caught up in the hype and the fear, but it's really a time to be grounded. Use your own wisdom, use your own knowledge and your own intellect and your own humility to stay grounded so that you can really harness this energy in a way that's positive for you. And if this is resonating for you, then another good suggestion would be get your own information, right? If you don't believe the news sources, if you're not happy with the information that's being given, then do your own research, get your own information. But really, focus on staying out of that overthinking and fearful energy. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about taking pause and looking at the seeds that you've planted. And right now, we're all kind of taking a pause that we didn't necessarily want to take, right? If it's out of your control, if you're in a place where you are being quarantined or you're on lockdown, then really use this time to look at the things that are manifesting in your life. And if they're not, if your life is not moving in a direction that you want, think about what new seeds could be planted, and really use this time of pause to be thankful for the positive, to focus on the good things that you have, the good people that you have, and the ways that you can manifest more of that into your reality. And then we have the devil. And the devil is really all about fear, addiction. It's about depression. It's anything that is overly powering in your life that is not good for you, right? And so with this energy here, it's saying a lot of us have been working hard to really alchemize our lives and build the futures or come into a new way of being and thinking. And this devil energy is a reminder saying, don't let fear pull you back. Don't go backwards right now. Don't get scared. Don't run back to your comfort zone because of fear or because of this idea that the world is ending. I'm not saying that this is not a pandemic, right? Because it is. And I understand that it's affecting people in a lot of different ways. But I'm saying that don't let this devil energy take away your ability to use this in a way to alchemize your life. Because while it is very sad and there is a lot of tragedy that is coming from this, there's also a lot of good that is coming from this, because we're starting to see ways that we can be of more service in our communities. We're starting to see people come together and support each other as a whole. And we're starting to see more love and compassion. And that's really what we need to do right now as the light bringers and as the healers, is really help people understand that that's what this is about, and to really bring that into this world. So I think, I hope some of you found this helpful. I hope that you resonated with some of it. I think some really great things to be writing about right now during this time is, gratitude. Like, what are you thankful for in your life right now at this moment? How can you be of service? Who are the people that you can help? How can you make a difference in someone else's life at this time? And how can you really use this change to begin to alchemize your life in a way that is going to put you more on a path that serves your highest good? So that was the message for today. And I thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Sending love and light.